Hello dolls, welcome back to my channel. This is Ebony Nikita Okeke, the Dominican princess, and I'm so excited to be presenting this brand new video to you dolls. I will be sharing with you the weekly feminine habits that all of us feminine ladies should incorporate into our schedule. Now these are things that I personally do, and I feel like it really does help me just bask in my femininity 24/7. And if you're able to incorporate these weekly habits into your schedule, I really do think it will help you keep you on track during your femininity journey. Now along with this video, I do have a coordinating blog post where I go a bit deeper into detail. I do share a couple of extra weekly feminine habits in that blog post, and I also do share a couple of my favorite products that I use that really does help me keep going within my feminine weekly habits. So these are things that I use on a weekly basis that's incorporated in these tips that I shared with you dolls. Now if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do post every week on femininity, elegance, and homemaking. If you want to see more, then definitely subscribe. And I do have my housewife diary vlogs where you dolls will see me act on a couple of these weekly feminine habits, some of my daily feminine habits. So it's a nice little visual representation if you want to just look at some of the things that I do on a daily basis, weekly basis. So I will link a couple of my blog posts and a couple of my past vlogs down below if you want to see more. Now without further ado, let's chat dolls. Now this very first one is something that you should do every single day, but I get it. We all don't get to have the long 3-hour nighttime routine that we've always dreamed of every single day. But I will say this is something that I do that really does help me feel feminine 24/7, literally 24/7, and that is go to sleep pretty, wake up beautiful. There's a difference when you wake up and you're not wearing these baggy, ugly t-shirts and sweatpants and pajama pants, and you just kind of feel like tired and kind of like crappy. So what I like to do is I like to have my own nighttime routine, as in I go to sleep pretty, I wake up beautiful, as in I dress to go to sleep. We shouldn't only dress up and feel feminine whenever we're going out on a date or going out with friends. We should feel feminine 24/7. For me, it's about creating that lifestyle that I love. So for me, I want to feel like a princess when I wake up. I want to feel like a princess when I go to sleep. So no, I do not wear baggy t-shirts. I don't wear old sweatpants, old t-shirts, any pajamas. You don't see this inside of my housewife diary vlogs. When I wake up, I'm in my silk chemise, I'm in a silk gown, and I feel beautiful. I feel gorgeous waking up. It's so comfortable. I get it. Baggy clothes can sometimes be very comfortable, kind of like let's just throw it on and get my day going and go to sleep. Perfectly fine. But whenever you throw on a silk dress, a beautiful silk nightgown, it almost makes going to sleep an experience. And I really do think that you dolls should invest into your nightgowns, your loungewear. You dolls know I'm very passionate about that. I do have a feminine loungewear lookbook of clothing items that I wear at home to give you dolls a couple of inspiration. So yes, when I go to sleep, I wrap up my hair. So whenever I do wake up, my hair isn't like a ragged mess to where I'm like, oh my gosh, great, I have to do my hair. One, it makes your morning routine quicker, so you don't have to really start from scratch whenever you do get ready in the morning. So that's a time saver, but that's something that you should definitely look into. Create your perfect nighttime routine. Create it to where it's a fun thing to go to sleep. And the thing about these weekly feminine habits, it keeps you happy. It keeps you happy. It keeps you just blissful. It keeps you just feeling good, and that's what I love about it, especially because you need that, because there's so many things going in life that may just kind of like trip you up and may make you irritated, stressed out, and it's really hard to be your best feminine self whenever you have all of these negative emotions and events and obstacles coming at you. So when I do go to sleep, one of my favorite things is to sleep on freshly washed and dry warm sheets. I love that feeling of make sure that you're washing your sheets every single week. Wash your pillowcases, especially that, because you don't want any of that germs from your hair, from your body. You know, sometimes people sweat in their sleep to get onto your face. You know, you want to have clean sheets to sleep on, clean pillowcases. Now this portion of the episode is sponsored by LilySilk. LilySilk does hold amazing quality silk products, whether it's bedding, whether it's pajamas, pillowcases, blouses. I mean, they just have a plethora of mulberry silk. Now, LilySilk in particular are environmentally conscious, and they are also zero waste. You don't know anything about silk if you're kind of new to that. Silk has a lot of benefits for your hair, for your skin. Specifically, mulberry silk can be anti-aging, sleep promoting, and mulberry silk is definitely absorptive of moisture and also breathable. I personally love the feeling of this silk. I mean, one, the color is perfect. It matches my top and my nails. I feel cute. So this little kit does come with a little sleeping mask, a pillowcase. You can actually pick the size of this, and then these little cute ones right here. So they do have a little silk bonnet here. Now, if you do have big hair, I would recommend you to either twist it up or braid it. Like, oh, do I not look cute with this on? Like, oh yeah, I just live on a prairie and I just tend to my sheep and I have my little bonnet on. Now, I sleep in silk nightgowns, and once you do purchase your very first one, you kind of don't want to go back to wearing like baggy pajamas or anything like that. Now, this is the perfect gift for yourself. If you're like me, I'm the girl who's all about beauty, makeup, fashion, skincare, the best of the best, quality, luxury. I just love it all. And for me, I gravitate towards things like this. But this is also the perfect gift for you if you're the opposite of me, the person that you know who doesn't really pamper themselves. They don't really take that extra time or that extra cash to really just pamper themselves in the best way possible. So even if it's you, I feel like this is something great just in general. So everything will be linked down below if you're interested in purchasing anything from LilySilk. I mean, they have such a great wide range of products. And now my next weekly habit that every feminine lady should take into their schedule is exercise, keeping yourself healthy. This is so important because a part of being feminine is being a nurturer, being caring, and you have to be that way towards yourself. Now, trust me, I'm not the type of girl who's like, yeah, let's go into the gym, let's sweat, let's do this, let's do that. But I do know that it's important to just simply have a good workout routine, a good exercise routine. Now, I know during quarantine, it kind of like threw all of us off track. If you didn't, like, you're amazing. You're not only looking pretty on the outside, but also on the inside. And whenever your inside's healthy, your outside is going to reflect that too. And for me, I always feel prettiest whenever I'm in a good shape, whenever I feel like, you know what, I'm a good size, I'm healthy, I feel pretty, I feel nice, feel a little bit more confident whenever you're nice, healthy, and toned. And for us feminine ladies, it's so important that we keep up with that every single week, at least once a week. And it's important that we establish a routine that we actually like, something that we're into. If you're not the person to go into the gym 5 times out of the week and truly enjoy it and stick to it, I mean, sure, maybe you could do that for about 2 weeks, but on the 3rd week, you might fall off. You might feel, you know, like you're overworking yourself, and then you may take a month off of working out. So you definitely want to create a routine that is very helpful for you, something that you know that you can stick to, but it's also challenging you. You have to find something that works for you, something like joining a fitness club. Maybe it is joining a gym, having a gym partner, but you also don't want to have those things as your handicap. So for me, my current workout little regimen that I'm still kind of figuring out what I like doing is doing at-home workouts, about 30 minutes or so. And then I also did buy an indoor cycle, and that's what I also do. And then also playing tennis, playing a sport for me, something that doesn't actually feel like it's working out, but you are working out. This is the perfect time to get into a sport that you actually enjoy, and just really trying to challenge myself, but also making sure that I have realistic expectations for my own workout routine. We have to have a solid, consistent schedule of living in a clean environment. You need to have one day out of the week at least where you are cleaning your sheets, you are cleaning your kitchen, you're cleaning your bathroom. I mean, living a more organized and neat life. You cannot be feminine, be pretty, and then someone comes into your house and it's a complete mess. That's one of the biggest turnoffs, whether you're dating or with just friends in general. People won't want to come over and talk to you, and you know, I mean, it's just so uncomfortable to go into someone's home and then you're like, oh, like this is like, you know, you want to live in a stress-free, clean, organized home. If you constantly have disorganized kitchen cabinets, disorganized bookshelf, closet, bedroom, clothes everywhere, and sometimes it's not just about like, oh, the bathroom isn't clean, or oh, these floors are dirty. Sometimes it's literally just being disorganized, literally just having so much clutter. You're saving things, you're a hoarder. I mean, those are the things that you can also really just conquer, especially for all of us future homemakers out there. Just trust me, as being a housewife and living with your husband, you don't want to ever involve someone into an environment that would stress them out, cause problems in your marriage because they're like, oh my gosh, you are messy. Make sure that you have a realistic cleaning schedule. You can watch this previous video that I made, whether you are a housewife homemaker or not, and that is how to create the perfect homemaking schedule, how to create the perfect homemaking routine. I will link that down below because I do include my cleaning schedule and my cooking schedule, how I stay organized, how I'm able to conquer different parts of my home and not be completely stressed out. You can be polished and elegant on the outside when you're introducing yourself to a brand new person, but you also have to be that way inside of your car, inside of your home. Now, my next weekly feminine habit is to maintain yourself in between your appointments, in between your spa trips, in between your nail, lash appointments. You have to have a solid pampering routine that we stick to. Now, I have mentioned this in the past and I continue to mention it because you need to stay consistent with this. Taking care of yourself is so important, and you need to have a solid schedule, especially if you haven't planned one out yet. Now, I remember seeing this cute little article that was in a magazine, and it was specifically for housewives. I believe it was a weekly pampering routine, something that you could do on Monday through Sunday each day to make sure that you're still maintaining your little beauty routine. Now, I did read an article on it, and it was kind of making fun of it, talking about, oh my gosh, like, this person who wrote this, women, housewives are always just supposed to be ready for their husband to come home and take them out. This isn't like 21st century, this is crazy, you know. But honestly, thinking about it, looking at it, I was like, this is a really good routine. I mean, having Tuesdays to just touch up your manicure. I mean, these are small little things that you can incorporate if you can't just get it all done in one day. And to me, I'm like, yeah, this is helpful for me, because especially whenever my husband's like, okay, yay, let's go out, let's go on a date, and then I'm like, oh, hold on, I need to do my hair, I need to wash my hair, and it's like it takes me hours to get ready. Then all of a sudden he's like, okay, I don't even want to go anymore because it took you too long to get ready. I mean, how many husbands have done that before, to where they're like, okay, anyways, and then you are like, no, I'm finally ready 5 hours later. Sometimes it could really be like that. So for me, the article that was kind of bashing it, I'm like, no, this makes a lot of sense. These are small little beauty things that we can do throughout the week that'll keep us going until we actually get to our pedicure appointment. So my very last tip, dolls, the thing that we should do every single week, our feminine habits, and that is do one thing for yourself and one thing for someone else. Doing something for yourself may be, you know what, treating yourself to a nice meal, whether you're cooking it or buying it. It may be going somewhere that you like, taking a walk in the park, something that brings you peace, something that brings you happiness, something that is sustainable. Now, I'm not saying go out and buy a brand new makeup product. That's something that I would do. Buy a brand new makeup product every single week just because, oh, I'm doing something nice for myself. No, but it could be those little things that's just about you. If you don't have the time to do it every single day, maybe it's just reading a book, going through a magazine, going to your local little cafe, getting that very favorite sweet sugar-filled type of coffee. Set your limits, but just do something a little nice for yourself. Now, along with that, it is doing something for someone else. Now, I've been seeing a lot of things on social media saying it's okay to be selfish, do this for yourself, it's okay to be selfish. No, it's not okay to be selfish. I don't care. Taking care of yourself is not being selfish. It's not being selfish. Doing these past tips that I've shared with you dolls, that's not being selfish. That's taking care of yourself. Being selfish is putting yourself above someone else with really just doing what you want when you want to do it. I mean, that's not what us feminine ladies do. That is not a characteristic of a feminine lady whatsoever. That's the exact opposite. Being compassionate, being sincere, being a helper, being caring is all characteristics of being a feminine lady. If you're not doing this at least one time out of the week, you aren't going to be flourishing in your femininity, because it's all about you. You're being self-centered, you're being selfish, you're not doing anything for anyone else. We need to do something for someone else. That keeps us in our feminine state. That really does keep us flourishing in our own femininity. Doing things for other people within reason, of course. I'm not saying like, oh, this person told you to help them rob a bank and you're feminine, so why not? I'm not saying that, but it's really just helping people out, being a helper. So that means not only being nice when we want to, not only being kind because it's convenient, but also doing things for people when you don't want to do it, whenever it doesn't benefit you, whenever it's not that convenient. Really sacrificing one little thing for someone else. That is something that is going to keep you soft and feminine. Whenever you are set on being selfish, putting yourself over everyone else because it's most convenient for you, or that it saves you a little bit of effort, I mean, that's not what a feminine lady does. That's not really basking in our own feminine traits, characteristics. And doing something that is not convenient for you doesn't mean that you deserve that other person praises. We are serving others. We are doing things in the name of Jesus Christ. So it's those small things, literally dropping my sibling off at work, helping my husband with something, doing something extra for my husband. I want to thank you dolls so much for joining me in this episode. Let me know down below, what are some weekly feminine habits that you do? What's incorporated in your weekly schedule, even in your daily schedule? And I do have past videos on my daily feminine habits that I will link down below. And also I have a video on the feminine habits that I do that my husband loves, so I will link that down below too. Also share with me what was your favorite tip that I mentioned. What's something that you're looking to incorporate into your schedule? Now don't forget to click on that blog post down below if you want to see more of the feminine weekly habits that I have, and also the great product recommendations that I also mentioned too. And dolls, what video do you want to see next? How can I help you even more further along into your femininity journey? Let me know, comment it down below. I always love to hear what you dolls want to see, what you dolls need help with. And I loved meeting you dolls in my past live stream, my 2nd anniversary tea party live stream that we did. It was so much fun chatting with you dolls. I mean, we talked for like 2 hours, so that was so much fun. I am having an upcoming feminine favorites that will be this weekend, so definitely turn on your post notifications so you'll never miss it. Now, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to me down below, and I will see you dolls in my next video. Bye dolls.